It started. Okay. Welcome. I'm here today bringing you another review. Yeah, sure. And again, yeah, so yet another review. Give me a moment. My my Wi-Fi is pretty bad today. Like normally days it's bad, but right now it's also bad. So I am going to be testing out trinkets today. Hopefully that brings us some use. I will recommend some combos. Just give me a moment. Okay, we're back. We're back in action. So the trinkets, there are a lot in the game, as you can see, and I will be testing them out. Some trinket combos out today. You know? Alright, so we will be testing out the Rockies trinket first. This will be a long video, so prepare yourself. So, Rocky's trinket lets us regenerate stamina faster. Here's the stamina regeneration normally. Notice that it's pretty slow. Alright, and here's the stamina regeneration normally with the trinket. So it is quite faster, so let me see how helpful that is in the chase. So let's look around. Then. Overall, if you're terrible at stamina management, this really helps. So you can maybe use it in a few distracting builds, though its use isn't overall that risky. I mean, it's a pretty good one compared to the others on the table. Review of Rocky's Trinket, where you regenerate your stamina 30% faster than normal. It's alright, so my final result in the tier the I mean, to be honest, it's not really. So it's more like a 4 out of 10. Yeah, I'll go with that. Now, for the next trinket that I will be going over is Puffy. Now, I don't really have to do much to get this one to work, but it makes you immune to a very specific thing. It makes you immune to this freaking penguin, which is a neat thing. We love being immune to penguin, which some newer players will struggle with it. So for a starting trinket, I'd say it's quite useful. So I'm giving it a 4 out of 10. It's still a starting trinket, so, you know, not going to be overall useful. Okay, so deltas I find really useful. As soon as a panel is completed in-game, it highlights every other panel. Like, I'll show you guys this in-game real quick. I'm using delta to speed up the panel process. So, it also gives you immune to blackouts, which is pretty useful. Not the most useful thing in the world, but it highlights all NPCs spread after. But if you have a distractor, you will not be needing this. And also, if you have a delta in general, then you will not be needing this. Why would you need this? Then again, it also gives you immune to blackouts, which are very annoying, but blackouts almost never happen, and it also makes you immune to one other thing. Overall, it's decent. Not the worst trinket in the game, but also not the best. I'm gonna have to give it a 5 out of 10, mainly because if you have a delta on your team, which face it, if you've seen my Delta review, then you should have a Delta on your team always. Then it's not useful. But if a Delta on your team dies, or if they're on a cooldown, then it's pretty useful. But you're never really going to need to know if you have a confident sprint. If you have a confident sprint, then you're not going to need them. Trinket is unique. If you finish a panel at full health, you'll heal the lowest player instead. Now, I'm pretty sure it can combo with something. So, let's say winter. I actually am going to try to confirm this in a future thing. But let's say winter's trinket, right? Hear me out with this. Winter's trinket increases the panel completion from 3 health to 5, which is really useful. And I'd give that a 7 out of 10, and this a 2 out of 10, because it's not really useful. But if you're playing someone like Remble or Delta, who you're not really going to get hurt, then you should equip it. As this will help out your team, and since your goal as a remedy is to provide support, it is overall useful. Next up, we have Flippy. The first panel, this floor, is cut to 2 mini-games instead of 4. And that's over half the panel on the floor have already gotten this boost. So the more people who have it, then the less chance that it will do stuff. Also, it's only a one-time use, and you only get 3 trinket slots. So why would you waste one when you would be playing someone with good hacking in order to have this? Overall, just don't use it. It seems good, but it's only one use. And it's a minimum of 4 panels on the first floor, maximum of 6 on the first floor. So just don't use it, please. Next up, we have Raven, and oh my god, are they okay? Let's not, is this, hold it, technical difficulty? Okay, apparently it's just an update now. Cool. Winter. So, Raven. Lose 20 max stamina for +1 speed stat. This trinket is a lifesaver for so many people. For instance, Winter herself has so much stamina, yet everything else sucks. Speed is decent, so you can make your speed as well good. And then, hear me out on this combo, Sprint has A speed in order to distract. So what about, let's say you pick Winter. I'm getting too far deep into it. So, okay, fine. So you pick Winter, and then you would equip this trinket along with another one known as Sprint, which increases it by half a speed stat, and then you'd be able to distract most of them. Or if I alright, and next up we have Solar's trinket, Solar. It increases your stealth by half a stat. Pretty cool, pretty useful. Overall, depending on which role you're playing, yeah, it's pretty useful. For an example, let's look at the board. The best distractor, Sprint, has C stealth, and currently the best extractors also have C stealth. Some of them have good stealth, or you could be Flippy. Don't pick Flippy. And just that half a stat could really come in handy. And then the one that I find the most essential to this thing. Their trinkets, droppy, whatever you want to call them. Teleporting to the start. to it is intensely useful. Sorry for making this so long, but it's really useful. It's probably the most useful trinket in the game. Especially if you're just starting playing the game, I would have just teleporting right to the elevator saves you so much time. Well, I am just about out of time. If this video gets 5 likes, I will do a part 2. You know, if it gets 3 to 5 likes, I will do a part 2. So, enjoy, subscribe, all of that YouTuber stuff. I'm too lazy to make the thumbnail for this one, so bye. Hold it, I need to make this 11 minutes.